Good morning and welcome. Welcome to Spirit of Life Alchemy. This is my new channel. My name is Sarah, and I thought today would be a really great day to launch this channel. This is a channel of tarot reading and spiritual development and transformation. And what's happening at the moment is the perfect time to start the channel. So today is 31st of October 2021. The date is commonly used to celebrate Samhaim, or the ending of the year when the veils are thin between this world and the spirit realms. And Samhaim is the midpoint between autumn equinox and winter solstice, or astrologically, when the sun is at 15 degrees of Scorpio. That actually happens next Sunday on the 7th of November. So we've got this week period in between the popular date and the astrological date. And in the middle of this week, on the 4th of November, we have a new moon in Scorpio. So for me, this whole week is a period of endings from today as we go down towards the new moon, and then rebirth from the new moon coming out until the 8th of November, a week on Monday. So I thought it would be really good and interesting to launch this channel with a 7-day morning tarot reading journey for endings and new beginnings. So that's what we're going to do. So today is day one. I'm going to start each day with a tarot reading to sum up the day. I'd be interested in your comments of what you're experiencing. You're more than welcome to go on this journey with me over the next 7 days, and let's see where we are at the other side. Okay, so I'm going to start off with using my Gaia Oracle deck to pick 3 cards, just to get a general feeling of the energies. And it seems particularly potent to work with Gaia, seeing as sort of all of nature and the energies are just drawing back down into the earth for the winter period. And this is a time of the year when I connect deeply with Gaia, going down to winter solstice, hibernation, and then start my journey out again into the new year. So let's see what Gaia has to say to us and what words of wisdom the cards have for today, day one of our journey. Okay, so I've been a tarot reader for about 35-40 years, mainly reading for myself and friends, and face-to-face readings, the odd Zoom reading when people can't get to me. And I've been thinking about launching this channel for about 3 years now. The first seeds of creation came to me, and so I've been working on it and growing it and developing it from a very big idea of sort of not knowing what sort of direction I wanted to take it, to where it is now, where it's a crystallized idea, and where I hope this channel acts as a catalyst for people wanting to transform and evolve, to find their North Star of destiny and to follow it, because that's what I've been doing for many years now, and it feels like the right time now to become visible and to support other people and act as a catalyst for other people's journeys. So hope you'll join me in that. Okay, so let's see what the Gaia cards have got for us today. Okay, what do we need to know? What words of wisdom do we need on this journey, day 1? Okay, whoops, slipping down. So I'm going to pick 3 cards from the Gaia deck. I'm going to pick the first one from the bottom of the deck, which represents the past. And we have Goddess of Creation. Goddess of Creation represents transformation, creativity and wholeness. And then the second card is about the present. We've got eternal love, happiness, harmony and fulfillment. And third card, okay, purification, water, purification water. There's another purification card in this deck called Purification Fire. And this is emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. Okay, so this bodes well for the journey ahead. Okay, connecting deeply to the goddess of creation, which is Gaia, to bring about transformation, creativity, to make ourselves whole, which when it comes down to it, I think is the whole of the spiritual journey through life, is to bring ourselves back into balance, uniting the different parts of ourselves that have been lost through lifetimes or with karma and things like that, and to bring ourselves back into wholeness and harmony and balance, often bringing together our divine feminine and our divine masculine sides within us, and into balance, harmony and union. Okay, then we've got eternal love. Ultimately, love is the answer to everything. It's at the centre of us, it's at the centre of the universe around us. And so I see part of that transformation and that connecting back into ourselves and transformation and healing journey is about connecting back down inside to our deepest love and connecting out into the universe, to the love of the universe. And then the purification by water, emotional cleansing and rejuvenating. This is what I'm hoping this 7-day journey is going to be about. And that by the time that we emerge the other side on the 8th of November, that we've left behind the old years and the old parts of ourselves that we don't need to take with us anymore at this point. You don't just do this once and that's it. It's a continuous journey, either year on year or cycle on cycle. But for this part and where we are now, let's hope that by sort of the 8th of November, when we come through the other side of this journey, that we will be emotionally cleansed and rejuvenated and ready for the next cycle, the next year ahead. And hopefully you'll stay with me on the channel as I talk you through my understandings and my beliefs about the cycle of the year, the solar cycles and its energies, and the lunar cycles throughout the year, and planetary cycles as well, the retrogrades of the planets, how we can use those as tools for self-development and learning about ourselves. The sun and the moon cycles are also about learning about ourselves and tuning into those energies when it's time to go out and create, when it's time to come back into yourself, reflect. And I hope over time, as I do this channel and talk with you all and everything, that sort of we start some good conversations and stuff. Okay, so let's do some tarot. So I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot today as my starting point. I work with about sort of 13 to 15 different decks that I've come to love over the years. Normally attracted to different tarot decks by the artwork, and then sort of build my own relationship with them in terms of reading and how they read with me, And then I often, when I'm doing personal readings, I often use 2 or 3 decks together as they give me different perspectives on the readings. So that's the way I found that works for me. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? Okay, what do we need to know for today? Yep. When I was doing some testing, I noticed that I shuffle my cards on the table and you could hear it really loudly. So I'm practicing and learning how to shuffle my cards without tapping them on the table, and it's taken a bit of getting used to. But, and I apologise if I do accidentally tap them on the table. So anyway, let's get on. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? What are the messages for today? Right, we've got 3 cards jumped out, so I'm going to put those to one side until in the reading. Okay, what do we need to know for today? What messages has Spirit got for us today? Day 1 of this endings and beginnings journey. What do we need to know? What's our starting point or our ending point? Our beginning of the end point. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Okay. So the first card out, we have the 8 of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. The 2 of Swords. The 6 of Cups. The Hermit. Queen of Wands. Judgment. And the 9 of Cups. Okay, and the card on the bottom of the deck, I always look at the card on the bottom of the deck, which we have the Knight of Cups, and for me that just gives the general environment and the undercurrent of the reading. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, and the 3 cards that fell out. Okay, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Star, and we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, a little swig of tea. Okay, so at the centre of the deck we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, and the 8 of Cups is about walking away. Usually from something that we're quite familiar with and used to. It may feel quite comfortable, but we just feel the need that we need to move on and walk away and move towards new horizons. And I particularly like this card because I don't know if you can see, just here in the corner on the horizon we have the sun. Okay, we can't actually tell if it's rising or it's setting, but if it's setting, it signifies, for me, it signifies that moving away from the old. If it's rising, then it can be about moving toward in that new direction, the new horizons. Where are we going? Maybe we'll know by the 8th. Okay, in the background we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands for me is about inspiration and passion and new ideas, expansion, creativity, and sort of racing towards the new. Okay, so in the background, this is what's going on. Okay. Although we have in the background, in the subconscious, we've got this wanting to move on. Yeah, new thing. Woo, where are we going to go? Da, 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 da. Mentally, we're not really sure of the direction we should be going in. We've got the Two of Swords here. And often with the Two of Swords, you've either got two swords crossed like that, or a woman with her arms across herself. Either way, it's showing that sort of we're blocked. It's often blindfolded as well. And in this card, you can see the woman has a blindfold on. So we've got all this passion, and in the subconscious, this woohoo, let's go. But mentally, we don't know which way we're going yet. So best just hold back a little bit and just see if we can get some more answers about what's going on. Okay. Emotionally, we have the Six of Cups. And this, for me, is often about reminiscing about the past. When you look at the card, you can see a mature man with his dog, his old dog, and they're reminiscing back to when he was a child and the dog was a puppy. And yeah, about thinking back to the past, holding on to the past as well. Wasn't it good how things used to be? And for me, this ties in a little bit sort of with the Eight of Cups. That walking away from something that was good for us, not walking away because it's something negative in our lives, but it's just time to move on. So there's a bit of a push and pull here. And we're not really sure where we're going. Okay, right in front of us is the Hermit. And for me, the Hermit is the need to retreat within ourselves, to find the light within, rather than looking to external sources and what's going on in the world. But yeah, to quiet time, reflection, and going within. And this is the absolute perfect time to do something like that. And especially as part of this journey, then go within, find what we're looking for, find what we'd want to do with that passion and everything, and connect it. Because before we can go forward, we need to know sort of what it is that we want to go forward towards. Okay. And then sort of for taking action, we've got the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands for me is a queen that just absolutely sits in her power. Fiery, strong, assertive. She's got a black cat in the picture in front of her. Often you might see her with a lion or a leopard, but some large cat, feline animal with her that represents her power and control and passion. But unlike the King of Fire, King of Wands, who stands very solidly in his power, he is fire of fire. The Queen of Wands is water of fire. So she's a bit more sort of reflective, a bit more balanced, and internal. She holds her power internally, which connects in with what we're trying to find with the Hermit, going within and trying to connect in with this power. Okay, so when we've done that, or as we do that, then the blindfolds will fall away, the swords will open up, and a path forward will become visible to us. So what's working for you is judgment, and judgment is about being at a crossroads. Are we going to evolve and ascend further up along our path, or are we going to shrink back in fear and stay where we are. The choice is always yours. Okay. In the picture, we can see sort of the woman rising up, evolving. And then in the background, what we have, not in the background, in the place in the card position of limitations, obstacles, what is holding us back, we have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups says to me about, in this position, that we don't know what we want. At this point, we're not sure. And again, this brings us back into the going within. The going within, being reflective, weighing things up, looking sort of at where we are, who we want to be, what we value, okay, things like that. And the three cards that jumped out, okay, I said before we had the Seven of Cups, the Star, and the Page of Wands. When I turned over, when I pulled the Nine of Cups, I thought, that even though I hadn't seen these three cards, I thought those three cards are clarification on that. So with the Seven of Cups, we've got seven, like lots of possible futures. And we can see the guy in the picture in the card here. He's contemplating all these possible different futures. Not sure which way to go. And that sort of really sums up sort of the underlying thing of the reading here, that we maybe need to become the hermit, go inside to find out what we do want to do. Okay. Then we've got the Star card, and the Star comes in the tarot after the Tower, and the Tower brings down old structures and things that have been outgrown and outworn. Sometimes it comes as a sudden shock, and other times it can just be a sense of everything just being too much, and we shrug off the old structures. So the Star represents opportunity and optimism and hope, and particularly like this Star card because we can see the figure, the woman in the card. She's holding on to a string that's going up to heaven or to the skies or to the universe or however you want to see it. And we can see a light, a spark in heaven. It could be a divine idea or the divine inspiration bringing down, which often happens. We find this happening when we do go inside. And as we connect to the light inside us, it often connects to the divine spark or the universal spark of an idea. And when it's the right thing and we bring it down, it helps us to move forward and gives us a burst of creativity and passion and drive to do things. So we've already got this in the background, sort of in with sort of this journey to go inwards and to connect, to ask, what do I need to do next? Okay, or however you ask those questions. For me, that's how I did. What's my next step? What do I need to know? And then sort of use meditation and reading the cards and oracles to get my answers. Sometimes it might be a piece of music I hear, could be something out out and about as I'm walking around, twigs forming a rune stone or something like that, a runic symbol, or anything and everything. If you're open and tuned into these things, then you can see signs and symbols everywhere. So we're going in, we're connecting up, and from that we have the Page of Wands, which is that initial spark of inspiration. Okay, so the page comes first, and then he grows and develops into the Knight of Wands as the idea and the passion and the inspiration and enthusiasm grows. Okay. The card at the bottom of the deck was the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is about an offer or a gift coming in. It could be from somebody else. It could be from the universe. It could be a conversation with somebody that sparks a new idea. I know a lot of people see the court cards as people coming in to their lives. For me, I'm all about the internal journey of transformation. And so for me, all the court cards are about internal energies that we need to bring out. Energies coming in. So rather than seeing it, I rarely see the court cards as people. Okay, so it could be a heart-centered idea coming in that then sparks the fire energy and the spirit and the enthusiasm of this is what I want to do next. Okay, do we want any more cards? I'm thinking that's okay at the moment. I think we've got a good starting place for the next 7 days. I'd be interested to hear your comments. If you want to write them underneath this video. Also, if this has struck a chord with you and you like it, then please like, share and subscribe. I'm just starting out and it would be greatly appreciated. So I'll be back tomorrow with tomorrow's reading. And until then, love and light, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.